In fact, why don't you just take your door off its hinges right now and just leave your door open all day? Allow yourself to be interrupted as much as possible so that you can ensure that everybody has access to you and you don't get to the work you're supposed to do. Following in our theme on time management, we're going to look today at how to have a bad day. In other words, the flip side of having a good day. 10 things, the 10 commandments of how to make sure you have a really bad day. And obviously, these are the things you actually want to make sure that you don't do. So let's get started. Number 1, don't do what's in your diary. Leave it undone and make sure that you carry it over to tomorrow. Make sure that you can develop the longest tail of carryover events possible. Obviously, the flip side of that is making sure that when you've put something in your diary and you say you're going to do it, just do it. Because you can get to the end of the day and you can tick next to all those little pieces in your diary and those little actions on your diary, you can feel fantastic. Number 2, say lots of yeses when you should say no. Make sure that you always sign up for stuff and agree to do stuff even if it's not in your job description so that you can really just keep so busy that you don't get to the stuff that you're supposed to do. The opposite of that, rather say no than yes if it's going to distract you. Number 3, do your highest priorities last. Make sure that you procrastinate a lot and the most important things you do last and the least important things you do first. The flip side of that is do the big things first. Do your A's first, your C's last. Next, ensure that you've got an open door policy all day long. In fact, why don't you just take your door off its hinges right now and just leave your door open all day? Allow yourself to be interrupted as much as possible so that you can ensure that everybody has access to you and you don't get to the work you're supposed to do. The flip side, I believe in a closed door policy when it needs to be closed. Let people know, educate people as when your door's closed, you're doing your A's, they can see you later, as long as you make time to see them. The next one is bring work home and invite people to phone you after hours. If you really want to be distracted and absolutely exhausted, just keep on working all day long. Flip side of that is when you drive your car into the garage or you open up your front door, say that's the end of the day, I'm a different person inside this house. The next one is don't delegate. People can't be trusted to make sure that you do everything yourself. So when people don't do well, don't train them, don't develop them, don't trust them. Just take it back from them and just fill up your weekends doing extra work. The flip side is develop people, invest in people until they can be responsible enough to take things over. And then when you delegate, leave it, even if they make mistakes. The next one of my favorites, is make sure that your desk is always a mess so that when you work at it, you will be distracted every time you look up. Your desk, such a mess that you look up and everything starts shouting at you. The flip side is one item of work on your desk at one time. Even if that involves a few things, but only one thing on your desk at one time. When you go home at night, make sure your desk is empty. The next one is trawl through all of your emails every day, especially invitations to join various groups and interesting websites that have nothing to do with your job description. So if you have that Groupon special and timeshare special, just keep on opening those up all day long and you'll find that an hour has passed by and you've done no work. Flip side is dump it. The next one says, avoid planning in your diary for tomorrow. Your diary is never reliable and it's more fun just to let things happen. So if you've said something in your diary and you don't make it, have a laugh and just move on. The flip side is, if it's in your diary, make sure that you stick to what you said in terms of planning. Always plan tomorrow, 5 minutes before the end of today. And the last one is, don't plan any time for yourself in a day. It's better to serve others, even if you eventually kill the goose that lays the golden egg. In other words, just serve other people so much that you don't have time for lunch, you don't take a coffee break, you don't take time to just kind of gather your thoughts, you just run from pillar to post, and then when you get home and you're so busy in the evening, you're just exhausted. And it's kind of a guilty feeling that you feel, I shouldn't be doing it, but it also feels quite nice. It's a strange emotion. The flip side of this is make sure that you plan some time for yourself. Often when I see clients, I have a break between clients, and I'll go and take a walk. I'll just go out and just have a little bit of a walk and get my mind clear and come back and I'll be fine. So these are the 10 rules for having a really bad day. I hope you don't have one.
Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please like it below or subscribe to our channel above. And you can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, or at our website at www.murraykilgour.com. And we look forward to seeing you in the next video.